Thanks for tuning into the third episode of Planeswalker Pals on YouTube. Today we have our first budget MTG video. I'm Riley, and today we are building Izzet Drakes. Let's jump right in and start with the elephant Drake in the room. We are running 4 copies of both Crackling and Enigma Drake. These creatures get higher power for each instant or sorcery spells in our graveyard. We are playing 4 copies of Gutter Snipe. It's amazing at pressuring our opponents into a one-shot range of our Drakes. It does 2 damage every time we cast an instant or sorcery spells. We're also playing 4 copies of Goblin Electromancer. He reduces the cost of instants and sorcery spells by 1, making a lot of our spells incredibly cheap. The instants and sorcery spells we are playing are 4 copies of Opt and Anticipate. In addition, we're running 2 copies of Chemist's Insight. These card draw spells let us filter through our deck and find the cards we need to close out the game. If we can't get our Drakes out, we're running quite a sizable burn stockpile as a backup to fry our opponents out of the game. We're running 4 copies of Shock and 3 Lightning Strike to end our opponents out of nowhere. Despite our burn, getting our Drakes to stick is highly important for our victory. So we're running 3 copies of Dive Down. It keeps our Drakes alive and kicking through every type of targeted removal in the format. Finally, nothing hurts more than a Drake out of nowhere, so we're running 2 copies of Maximize Velocity to hit our opponents before they can see them, and more importantly, before they can counter or destroy them. Moving on to the sideboard, we have to keep in mind our mortal enemy of all of Standard, Lyra Dawnbringer. The card gains them more life than we can feasibly burn away, and it eats our Drakes for breakfast, and in red and blue we don't have a ton of clean answers to it. So we're running 3 copies of Fight with Fire, one of the few spells capable of dealing 5 damage in this standard format. Because the top of our mana curve is quite low, we are running 2 copies of Blink of an Eye and 4 Negate to keep our early plays alive against Jeskai Control and other removal-heavy decks, and to prevent their finishers from sticking to the table. We're also packing 3 copies of Fiery Cannonade to make our matchup against Mono, White, and Selesnya even better. There you have it, everyone. Now you can soar into Standard with a budget Drake deck. Tune in this Sunday for our MTG price update video and see which cards that you own are going up in value. Also next Wednesday, we have MTG Arena content coming your way, so make sure to turn on notifications and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the 4th episode of this show. That ends it for today, pals. That ends it for today, pals.